It is that time of the year where Mr. LunarEquinox uploads his seasonal trash anime awards show. Oh boy, I can't wait to slander on the animes that you guys enjoy, and we're gonna have a fun time doing this. Let's get it. Do Over Damsel better be on this list. Do Over Damsel, Tower of God, Failure Frame. No, Failure Frame's not this season. This is this season. Do Over Damsel and Tower of God better be on it.
Hello and welcome to the Fall 2024 Trash Anime Awards.
Hello!
This season was riddled with phenomenal shows like Bleach, ReZero, Dawn to Dawn, Uzumaki Episode 1. But at the same time, we
Got me. I'm like, Uzumaki? No, Episode 1.
had Higakura, the healer who was banished from his party is in fact the strongest, and Uzumaki episode The Rest. So
Now, as much as people shit on Healer who got banished, and we've watched this. We've watched like 6 or 7 episodes of it, bro. It is mind-boggling, the popularity of this in Japan specifically. This shit performs better on a specific site, I think called the Bima. We watched that, Otaku Spirit video where he goes over the statistics and, the ratings and viewerships for different animes. Bro, Healer that got banished is so popular in Japan. Why? Probably because it's a very simple story that you just turn your brain off and you just watch and have fun. There's nothing complicated going on, and it just kind of suits that decompress, relax after a hard day's work anime.
and Uzumaki episode The Rest. So to find the worst anime of the season, I brought in guest judges. Nacho Libre, the Grinch who saved money on the rest of the outfit, and is that supposed to be Moist Critical or Jesus? I will note that if you don't see an anime from this season, it's most likely because it was a season 2 and I didn't watch the first season. So without further ado, let's begin.
Let's get it.
It was a sad season for many of us. After all, KSI is still dropping music, Hulk made my son bite the curb, even the president of South Korea was feeling so lonely that he enacted martial law. The same
Very, very, very meta. Yeah, that was the talking point. Yeah, the president was so lonely, he wanted to crash out.
could be said about the characters this season. So who was the closest to crying in the shower to slow down music with reverb?
Who is the most emo character that we've seen this season of anime? I don't know. Maybe Hadis from Do Over Damsel when he's always just being depressed because everyone's betraying him. He's more angry than sad and depressed. What else is there? I don't know.
In Mushroom Pup, a man is having trouble dealing with the loss of a precious family member that he
Mushroom
spent
Pup.
years of his life with. He's even suffering from writer's block after he lost his dog. Now you see why I didn't win. In
Sad.
Negative Positive Angler, the protagonist has a terminal illness, only having 2 years left to live, so he invests all of his money into the Haktua coin, immediately going into debt. To fix his depression, he
Spit on
starts
that.
fishing with lots of other Pokemon trainers. Is that Fatsune Miku?
And the winner.
Ain't no way he said Fatsune Miku. Now, there is a pattern that I have recognized watching his last, Trash Anime Awards show. Basically, anything that gets, introduced with is not mentioned as the winner. So it's gonna be it's not gonna be these animes.
Depression, he starts fishing with lots of other Pokemon trainers. Is that Fatsune Miku?
It
and
is
the winner of the anime with the most depressed character of the season goes to If My Wife Becomes an Elementary School Student.
terrible fucking title. And I still think that the title is the reason why a lot of people did not watch it. Yup. You try to do some viral marketing thinking that it's shock value. Wow, if my wife was an elementary school student, of course the story is not that degenerate. Not even close. It's supposed to be actually like a really cathartic moment of love and loss, and it's supposed to be very deep. But like that title, the way that you packaged it, immediately people will, not even check it out.
This family has been depressed for years after the death of Keisuke's very human wife. I made a video about this anime, but this is very much a don't judge a book by its cover situation, even if that book turns out to be a children's book. Now, let's get out of the slump and look at the anime that got my lonely ass smiling. Starting off, we had the remake of Ranma,
Great anime.
which took me back to my childhood. For a minute, that childlike wonder returned to me. Boobies! My eyes lit
No nipples,
up,
though.
remembering happier times. Wood. Speaking of if it's gay or not, there's How I Attended an All-Guys Mixer, where 3 men become romantically
BL.
involved with 3 women that look and act
Where's the 3 women?
exactly like men.
What? What? Wait. They're which side? The chests are all flat. They're all just men.
How was your day? Fine.
Huh?
Wanna hop on the game?
Huh?
Sure. Okay, maybe not exactly, but it is a nice, entertaining romance
These are girls cross-dressing as guys? Is that what's actually happening right now?
story for those of you that are into femboys that act like tomboys. I knew there was
Femboys that act like tomboys. What is a tomboy? A girl that's more masculine than feminine. A femboy acting more... This is getting confusing.
something wrong with you.
A woman!
And the winner of the Got My Lonely Ass Smiling award goes to...
Got my lonely ass smiling. Any specific anime that was like so like riddled with themes of friendship and happiness and group settings that make you feel like you're part of like a big group of people? Of the animes that we checked out, nothing really comes to my mind. Grieving Souls? Grieving Souls did have that vibe near the end when you get more acquainted with the rest of the characters and everyone, you know, in the village, you know, in the town knows each other and it's really fun. So, of the animes that we've checked out, yeah, probably that.
Blue Box.
Taiki always goes to the gym.
Blue Box? This shit got your lonely ass smiling? Well, it's not, I guess, again, my interpretation of this was an anime that you watch and you feel like you're part of like a big group of people or probably like a party and you're having fun. But there's different interpretation. It could also be that lonely ass is just you. And you just need to smile, and this made him smile.
To practice badminton, and every time Chinatsu is there before him, she's a...
I'm not gonna lie, guys. This girl has the most forgettable normie look of any anime girl that's like a heroine. Look at her. And I'm not trying to like shit on her. I think she's fine. But like, this is the most bland design of like the main heroine in a show that I've seen in a while. But then again, I guess it's because all the fucking shows I see are just fucking isekais and harem shit where everyone is just like a busty elf. So instead of like a hypersexualized way, you now have an actually appropriate, realistic girl from, I guess, a high school setting.
There before him. She's a prodigy of women's basketball. So talented.
Do you know how many people were malding about my comments? About how her...
What?
Do you know how many people were genuinely upset, typing essays, getting mad, sending me death threats because I said her jump shot's fucking ass? And I think it is. I don't care if women have... Sometimes there's a specific subset of women that has a jump shot form that's more akin to her body type. It goes like this. No. Just come on, bro. Come on, bro.
So talented. She's gonna make a great doctor someday. What? Basketball doesn't make any money. It's the Asian in me. Still, they fight an uphill battle to not only be great at their respective sport, but also for love.
Lord, I come to you, still single, but I see what you do for others. It's like watching the wealthy drown in their own riches. I ask only for a crumb. Maybe a woman like Jinx from Arcane.
That's so toxic.
Not from League of Legends, they're very different. Please.
Let's even it out, because for every story like Bonnie and Clyde, there's always a Chris Brown and Rihanna to match it. Now, this season didn't really have any terrible romance anime, but the award must be given to someone. 365 days to...
So what is this one? It's worst romance anime. If you were going to mention Bonnie and Clyde, I thought that we could pick out, you know, the banished healer, because the bad guy in that show, remember? The blonde guy who kicked, you know, the guy at the party. There's a blonde guy and like a red-haired thief girl, and those two are supposed to be like Bonnie and Clyde. But okay, worst romance anime of this season. There's not much romance that we've this season though. Of the ones that at least I checked out, right? Worst romance. I mean, I'm still gonna put Do Over Damsel for everything. There is some, you know, romance elements of it. I don't know. It's just meh. What else have you watched that was romance this season? Literally nothing.
The wedding follows a grown-up Pison? He's an introverted man who has input delay on conversations. One day, his company announces that one employee that is single will be relocated to Alaska for work. To
Fuck
avoid
that.
this, him and someone he works with
Oh, yeah, this is the anime where they force them married so that they don't have to get, stationed elsewhere.
pretends to be engaged in an
Maid-sama. Oh, yeah. Kimi no Maid-sama. Yes. You Are Miss Maid is fucking ass. Dude, that shit is the most forced romance of all time, which is basically just glorifying trauma and trauma dumping. There's like nothing genuine about that romance in the beginning. It just feels weird.
in love with each other when they're in front of people. They're basically married already. In You Are Miss Servant, a woman shows up
Well, like, I mean, if he's mentioning it here, it's not gonna get selected then.
at Hitayoshi's door asking to become his maid.
The anime looks very pretty though. The production value for this anime was on point, but it doesn't really save the shit story.
The major problem is that she was a former assassin lacking emotions and the skills of a maid. The minor problem is that she's 21 and he's 16.
Don't worry about it though, because double standards.
My man.
And the winner of the worst romance anime of the season goes to Tying the Knot with an Amagami Sister.
What? Really? A lot of people are saying this is actually really good, but it's actually ass?
An atheist man obsessed with becoming a doctor is moving into a shrine, and what do you think is waiting for him there?
Shrine maidens!
He's forced to marry at least one of these women and take over the shrine, a distraction he doesn't want.
Lord, I come back, still
Please, a crumb of what you do for others.
single. Maybe I asked for a bit much, but I see.
His acting skills are really good. Genuinely. When he does these skits and he's acting, it doesn't feel forced or cringe. It's genuinely good.
What you do for others, it's like watching the gluttonous choke on their food. I ask only for a crumb.
That's the
Maybe a
crumb!
woman like Esda.
Jinx? Yeah, now we're talking! Yes! No Jinx! Give me Esdeath, bro! I mean, Esdeath. Jinx and Esdeath. What do they have in common? They just, like, are terrible people, right? Esdeath is like a genocider. Jinx is also batshit fucking crazy and kills a lot of people. Bipolar as well. Yeah, okay. LunarEquinox's taste is crazy ass bitches.
Crazy and all, please.
Couldn't have paused at a better place before I said that. He literally just confirms it.
Only for a crumb. Maybe a woman like Esdeath. Crazy and all,
Yeah.
please.
The next award is the You're Putting in a Strangely High Amount of Effort to Be Around Kids award.
What? But this anime already won the award for fucking anime with most depressed character. What? Wait, you're putting in a strangely high amount of effort to be around kids. Is there an anime with a teacher in it? Duver Damsel? Perfect one, actually. Duver Damsel's literally the entire meme is like, haha, are you under the age of 14? Because that's the only girls that I can be with because of Kratos' weird-ass fucking possession powers anyways.
The do-over damsel conquers the Dragon Emperor, has
Again, if it gets mentioned early on, it's not gonna get selected later.
the Emperor of Rave.
私はその年齢的に
Well, I mean, medium
10,
rare is a
10.
popular choice.
14歳未満じゃないからダメだと
This is a fucking crazy line, bro. And if you don't have context of why this is, then it sounds ridiculous, right?
Times were different back then, and it's not like he wanted her, she came on to him. I'm not helping my case.
True.
A terrified teacher
Also, this is a grown-ass woman that regressed back to 10 years old. She has the mindset of a grown-ass woman. So in fact, you could say that she's the one grooming the other guy. Whoa. Villainous anime 2. Villainous anime 2. I'm gonna going down in the history as a villainous, you know? I'll be a villainous that go down in history. That was also like that. Duke is fucking trying to pre-order the girl since 8 years old.
I'm not helping my case. A terrified teacher at Ghoul School follows a teacher who, after failing as a normal teacher, ends up at a school of troubled creatures. Now, normally, I would think it's a sweet gesture that he wants to teach the less privileged, like those movies where they put a white savior in a class full of, struggling students. Can we stop making these, please? If you need to appease your white guilt, just race swap another princess instead of making these. Unlike those...
Damn. Wait, are we skipping? Wait, what won? Did Do or Damsel win? I guess it did. Timestamps wrong? Timestamps wrong?
Light-skinned liberators. This teacher is, well, a pervert towards some of the students. So yeah, it is
Yeah, I think the timestamp is wrong right now. I'm like, wait, we jumped to the next fucking section, but no, we're not at the worst drama anime just yet.
It's kind of weird how much effort he put in to be around kids.
And the winner of the "You're putting in a strangely high amount of effort to be around kids"
Villainous.
award goes to Punaru as a kawaii slime.
What? Damn, villainous, bro. If we had a dude that was literally pre-ordering a girl that she was 8 years old.
好きなタイプは子供が大好きなの。
Kirara is the protagonist's crush.
Thank goodness. It's a very, what's the word? It looks like she could be like a kindergarten teacher, you know?
She volunteers at children's centers, helps out lost kids, does just about anything to be around them, which normally I would call motherly instinct.
Yeah. Oh. I see. This anime is actually crazy as fuck, huh?
I don't know what I would call that.
We missed out on this? Holy shit, could you imagine the fucking content that could be had from this? Oh my fucking god.
Motherly interloping, maybe? But I know what you're thinking. She's a middle schooler. It's not done with weird intent. I didn't say it had to be. Still a lot of effort to be around a bunch of aged up fetuses.
なんだ見つかるまで私のことお母さん。
What was the worst drama of the season?
Worst drama of the season? Not Orb. Orb was fucking amazing. Worst drama. Did we even watch any drama animes? No, we honestly just skip all drama animes.
Orb on the Movements of Earth is about a heretic who studies astrology to prove that Earth revolves
Do or Damsel, yes. Just put Do or Damsel in.
around the sun.
What are you gonna tell me next? That the Earth is flat?
This felt like those days where your science teacher had a massive hangover, so they just put on Bill Nye to teach you. And I loved Bill Nye Day, just like the
Yes.
show. Trillion Game follows two unorthodox friends as they try to make it into the Trillionaire Club alongside Microsoft, Apple, Meta, Hatsune Miku. But remember, in business, friendships never last, like Mark Zuckerberg and Peter Parker.
Along with my hoodie and my fuck you flip-flops.
And the winner of the worst drama anime of the season
Do or
goes
Damsel!
to something Mahjong.
Every
What?
year, a few Mahjong anime come out that I watch. I still don't know how to play
Mahjong
I
anime?
feel like a wife trying to express interest in her husband's hobby before getting yelled at for not understanding. But, you know, it's just a normal Mahjong anime with over-exaggerated gameplay, forced prostitution, and murder. Women have great taste in things. Fireproof water bottles, pocketless pants, this beautiful thing. But let's look at a marginalized group of women, the ones that use Wattpad. That's right, this award is for the anime that would most likely be read in a book club of unhappy wives. In
Most like to be these categories are so fucking specific. I love it.
Nina the Starry Bride, Nina was a girl in the village doing all right till she became a princess overnight. Then all the men fall in love with her because she always speaks her mind. Post.
Lord, I'm
Still
back.
single.
I'm back.
I see what you do for others.
Just a
It's like
crumb,
watching
Lord.
a hoarder be crushed by his possessions.
Oh my god, he just, dude, for every single time it follows the same structure, but he has a different analogy.
Ask only for a crumb.
Just a
Maybe
crumb,
woman
Lord.
Like Mother Gothel. What?
Wait, what? Who? Mother Gothel? There's some Disney actually. Isn't she like a villain? Is she a fucking Disney villain?
What? You don't find a possessive woman attractive? Please.
I'll become a villainess who goes down in history, follows
Hey.
Alicia, who goes into her favorite otome game. Serious question for the 0 women that watch me. Do women actually play these games, or is this one of those hidden things women do, like discharge?
No, this is literally the Josei audience. You know, like this anime is specifically for older women. They love this shit. Shit like Do or Damsel too.
That's a fucking Pokemon move. Anyways, she tries to roleplay as a villainess, and despite not wanting love, love finds her. Also, she fights off systemic inequality. It's
She
funny how
does.
they always add this trope in these shows, because apparently all women have this thing called empathy. I swear, they're always inventing new mental illnesses.
And the winner of most likely to be read in a book club of
I got no clue for this one.
unhappy wives goes to Yakuza Fiance.
Oh!
Yoshino is in an arranged marriage
Yeah, this is a toxic ass story, right?
to a rich, violent, but protective Yakuza member. Ladies, keep it down. If he looked like Quasimodo, this would be sexual harassment.
That's right. It's sexual harassment and Riz. It's all about how you look.
吉野が誰と付き合ってようが俺は一向に構わない。だけど、やるなら全部俺の前でして。
In front of
You can
me?
probably see why this won now, because this is some women's wet dream. Wow, I used that in context for once. If this show taught me one thing,
If this show taught me one thing, it's that a lot of people have the wrong idea about girls. Yeah, that's Regulus's voice actor too. I just realized. A lot of guys are shocked when they realize that girls are actually just as horny as them. Genuinely. They've never talked to girls. They just think that they're like this like unicorns that's supposed to be just elegant and rainbows and everything. Dude, some of them just want down bad shit too, man. And this show, it really highlights like some girls really like that toxic shit. They do. Some women genuinely want to be abused. Like, do you know how many girls are literally thirsting over criminals because they're hot serial killers? I'm not saying every woman, right? But there is a group of people, definitely, that enjoys this kind of smut, you know, kinky ass shit, abusive shit, the toxic ass shit because he's hot.
it's that women don't want peace in their life. So say a different woman's name at dinner today, she'll love it, trust me. The animation this season was rough. I mean, I've seen better Picasso paintings than some of these frames. Blue Miburo had some of the worst action scenes for a samurai anime.
Tower of God, give it to Tower of God.
Most of the fights
This is worst animation, give it to Tower of God, bro, because Blue Lock redeemed itself at the end.
for slow motion PNGs moving side to side. Lockdown Zone Level X has what I call visual novel animation.
What the hell?
I also could barely watch it because it is a horror anime and I physically cannot watch or do anything remotely scary. Peekaboo was not a fun game for me as a child.
And the winner of worst
Tower of God.
animation of the season
Uzumaki. Uzumaki was also fucking ass.
goes to... It's a tie to appease the viewers. The winner is Blue Lock and Uzumaki.
Oh no, it should be Tower of God and Uzumaki. No. Because Blue Lock, the finale episode, it's not even just the finale, but the finale alone, just like, that episode will be talked about. That episode was genuinely next level animation. It's one of those episodes that people will remember and point out. Like, Pain versus, you know, fucking Naruto fight, right? Or like fucking Sukuna versus Mahoraga. Maybe not to that extent, but that specific episode was fine. Because like, what I think, of course, Slide Lock was ass. PNG Lock was absolute fucking ass, but the fact that like there is these peaks that's way higher than any other animes this season honestly could have done, I think that Tower of God should be there, because Tower of God was consistently fucking dookie.
As I just said, I can't watch horror
No, I think we can judge the basis of one episode. I genuinely think that you can judge an anime off of one episode regarding the animation. Because on average, that finale episode, I genuinely believe PNG Lock is here. The peak is like fucking here. It evens out. Tower of God was consistently ass at here the entire fucking time.
anime at all, so I did watch Uzumaki with my eyes closed, meaning I probably had a better experience than all of you. Now, Blue Lock, on the other hand, I also didn't watch because I never finished season 1. But I have watched one video talking about the
That's the memes, alright.
animation.
It honestly should be Tower of God. Tower of God Season 2 was so fucking pathetic.
So who is more qualified than me to give PNG Lock half of the award? There were a few magical girl anime this season, but which was the best one? The Stories of Girls Who Couldn't Become Magicians is about girls that didn't make it into the elite magic class, meaning they most likely can't become magicians. But with the right teacher, everything could change. This isn't a magical girl show? Yes, it is. I took trigonometry. Girls
Okay.
plus magic equals
Magic girls. True?
Fair point. In Acro Trip, an unhappy girl moves in with her grandpa because this town has a magical girl. But through a string of events, she ends up closer to the villain who fights the magical girl.
この目に焼き付けなきゃ ベリーブロッサムの華麗な魔法
Lariat?
This one doesn't seem like a magical girl either. Fair point.
And the winner of Best Magical Girl Anime of the Season goes to Maggie Lumiere, Magical Girls.
Magical
Didn't check out
girls
any
have
of these.
become commercialized, now being dispatched by agencies to deal with monsters. But the real monsters they have to deal with are the corporations.
Ah, right. Dealing with the corporatization of magical girl business. That's what this anime was.
No, magical girl, don't point your wand at that CEO. My main problem is that this is such a female-dominated industry. Can we get some representation in here?
We need some magical men. We need a bunch of Arnolds. Both Arnolds. Arnold from Grieving Souls and Arnold from Bihineko. We need a bunch of jacked, balding dudes wearing pasties and stripper like man thongs, acting all cute, being a magical girl. Could you imagine? Holy fuck.
Deku? What was the worst fantasy anime of the season?
Tower of God!
Because there were a lot of bad ones. Goodbye Dragon Life follows a reincarnated dragon.
This was okay. I don't think it was bad though. It was generally alright. Most of the fun had was with the fucking milk, you know? The biggest dude's wives, you know, literally breast milk feeding the entire village. There was a lot of memes with that. Dragon Life was alright.
Living as a human, but really it was just a big excuse for the author to talk about their demi-human fetish. They really
Lamia.
like talking about
Yes,
drinking this
milk.
woman's cow milk.
Yes, and the bald guy here, remember, he's the husband. This is the husband, this is the wife, and every day fresh squeezed milk is distributed. And the craziest shit, she has a daughter. She has a daughter, and there's an episode where we literally sample the daughter's milk too.
Which is fine, but then they randomly bring in her daughter too.
Oh, God.
Remember when I was talking about how some people prefer medium rare? Now it's a
This is fucking blue rare.
double entendre. The healer who was banished from his party is in fact the strongest. I know people say isekai is always the same, but I swear I've seen this so many times.
Yeah, I mean, this pretty much is an isekai setting without the isekai, right? Because what is this? Guild, dungeon, adventure, you know, show. It's just, you're just missing the other worlder. And these shows, you know, a guy who got kicked out of the party is now just doing his own thing. I mean, shit, we're about to have another anime like that coming up next season. What's happening? It's the one where the dude gets kicked out and, you know, he goes around, you know, collecting his students that he used to teach in the past. And now everything gets live streamed instead. And everyone will see their heroic charades and people will get jealous. Like, stuff like that, right? It's a party or something. Yeah, exactly. So it's a formula that is honestly something I enjoy. I actually do enjoy this formula, as long as it's executed correctly.
don't think I need to explain it.
And the winner of Worst Fantasy
Tower of
Anime
God!
the Season goes to Haigakura.
Please! Where's the Tower of God slander? Because he said in the beginning that if it's sequels, he probably hasn't checked them out. I think these are mostly season 1 stuff.
You know how impressive it is to be rated lower than Uzumaki? To quickly summarize it, a tone-deaf man must find 4 evil gods and bring them back to their world. But the anime thought it would be a genius idea to put the manga chapters in a random order and skip the beginning so nothing makes sense.
What an idiot. Why would you do that?
You know it's bad when a show goes on an indefinite hiatus after episode 8.
Like Last Crusade. Hey, what about Last Crusade, bro?
Let's move on to see who was the best yapper of the season.
I mean, there's a literal anime where the guy just talks. Watajutsu. The talker anime, Noel.
ReZero finally returned and instantly reminded us that it is adapting a light novel. Good thing they put enough stuff to keep me engaged.
Do or damn, so I'll be down with that shit too. Because again, that should play at 4x speed of just yapping. Look at Amelia's bust size growth, man. It's beautiful to see. Here, let me move my face. Look at that. Buffed.
Bleach is back and still the best to ever do it.
Aizen.
In terms of explaining every aspect of their powers during a fight, that is. Demon
Yes. The cliche of, oh, my secret powers, I'll explain to you now so that you can counter me.
Lord 2099 was my most unexpected hit of the season.
Great anime.
500 years ago, the hero defeated the Demon Lord, who when resurrected, fights like present Mike Tyson. So, does he work at McDonald's? No.
No,
he's a
live
yapper,
stream.
And who is a better yapper than a YouTuber? Is that Toa? Than a YouTuber. But don't worry, this is not a streamer anime. It has such a great plot with phenomenal action if you make it past episode 3. I also have no way to put this, but I have to show it to someone. Thank you for
The character designs, I guess it kind of matches. Yeah.
your time.
その程度の煽りなど粘着アンチコメの足元にも
That's right, the haters.
And the winner of Best Yapper of the Season
Talker!
goes to
Noel!
The notorious Talker runs the
Yep.
world's greatest clan.
Of course it is.
Noel wants to become the world's greatest seeker, but he's a talker, which is the weakest class, only useful for buffing allies, giving commands, and getting a bargain on selling ex-friends into slavery.
And yeah, I mean, these ex-friends deserve slavery though. They're shitty ass friends, bro. Took our money, went gambling. I mean, this anime too, again, this is why tropes don't fucking matter, bro. Because again, like, take this example. This is what? Main character has a skill that's considered the weakest, but it's actually OP in a different way. How many fucking shows does that over and over again, right? Just like the Banished Healer example. It's all about the execution of these concepts that matter, and that's why this shit was so good. Noel and the way that he dealt evil with evil, I fucking love it. It was so good. The action was okay too, but primarily I'm watching it for the dialogue and how he's able to manipulate and gaslight everybody and get away with it.
Slavery. It's a decent anime, but since he is edgy, you know the type of people that will be watching it. Children think that MC is cruel, but they don't know how world works.
This anime tweet underrated. Children think MC cool, but don't know how it works. This is not where MC is strongest in anime, but he's smart. He has been taught hard work can never be inborn talent, but he work hard. He see other reality of world. He kind but does not show. Animation improve. Just basically baby's first anime, checking out some edgy shit.
Thank you, Araragi. He's by far the best. Cunning, manipulative, sly MC.
Where's the fucking coffee pasta? Where? I gotta bring this up right now. This is the perfect one for Classroom of the Elite, bro. Where's the Classroom of the Elite, bro? Here it is. Here it is. Are you ready? Let's find it. Let's find it. Hold on. Can I find it? Come on. We gotta. Holy shit! There's so many community posts. Where's the Classroom of the Elite one, man? Come on. Where is it? Coat. Ah. Wait. Finally, the anime that represents me. MC is literally my ideal self. Cool, silent type, that kind of guy. My friends don't understand when I become silent type. But always 50% in quiz scores. They don't know my full ability and don't realize how of a genius I really am. I only see people as tools and nothing else. I wish I was an anime world where I can express who I truly am. I fully believe I am the real life embodiment of Ayanokuji. Literally me. Thank you for the 500 bits, Shidoi. Thank you.
We have seen since Aizen, but he's even more cruel in his plays with these filthy mongrels. Thank you, anime isekai god. Speaking of isekai,
Perfect voice acting, bro. Perfect voice acting to read these fucking edgy ass comments, but they're not even wrong though. The comments are right. I love how Noel again dealt with the injustices in the world by not being a fucking white knight beta cuck, by being a fucking sociopath instead.
there was a surprisingly low amount of new isekai this season. Just when I was losing faith, signs point to the existence of a god. Spirit Chronicles got a second season, which I completely forgot season 1 existed until now, and
4 years ago.
Continue forgetting that it exists.
It's a great anime. I don't know if great anime is the right way to say it, but this is a cozy and comfortable show that I really like. It doesn't really do anything too special, but it does a solid job. When I watch this, I genuinely enjoy myself.
Ari Feretta. Yep, Dragon Ball Daima was Akira Toriyama's final work before passing away, where the cast travels to the demon world, which is technically a different world, so I am counting it. It's a fun adventure with a de-aged cast. This is basically what happens to Pikachu every time he switches regions.
And the winner of the worst isekai of the season.
Worst isekai of the season. I don't think it should be Loner Life. Loner Life was actually pretty decent. The dungeon labyrinth arc pissed me off, but the Angelica stuff at the end was very wholesome. The honeymoon episode. Was there any other really shitty isekais that we checked out this season? Failure Frame is last season, but yeah, it should be part of here. I don't know. I mean, I enjoyed Loner Life more than Dragon Ball Daima.
Goes to Loner Life in Another World. Haruka is a loner who doesn't want any friends because, and I quote, "they'd get in the way of my books." Alright, Stephen King. His whole class gets isekai'd, but he's a loner and likes to be alone. That lasts a total of 1 episode before he gets a harem and is never alone.
Yep. Lord, I'm back.
Lord, I'm beginning to think I'm still asking for too much.
Still single.
I see what you do for others.
That's the
It's
crumb.
like watching a tree collapse under the abundance of its own fruit. I ask only for a crumb.
Just a
Maybe
crumb.
A woman like Dragon from Shrek.
What? I am kidding. It was Jinx, then Esdeath, then Mother, whatever she was from the Disney movie. Now the dragon? I mean, Donkey fucked it. Donkey fucked it.
But like, as a human, actually, leave her as a dragon, please.
Oh, and if you think
Scaly confirmed.
Demon Lord retry is worse, you're probably right. I just never watched season 1. Now, for the moment nobody was waiting for.
Yeah.
What was the best trash anime of the season?
Best trash anime of the season. Best bad anime of the season? Like, of the shitty animes, what did we enjoy the most? Blue Lock. A Tower of God is not the best trash anime. That shit's just ass. Blue Lock was trash for a while, and then it peaked. It had high peaks. So, like, again, the interpretation of best trash anime of the season is very weird. But if we're gonna talk about like a shitty anime that was actually really still fun to watch, it's Blue Lock. It has to be.
My favorite SAO spin-off got a sequel, and it was everything I wanted. Battle royales, chopped-looking NPCs, and aim so bad you would think you were watching kids swing at a piñata. Dawn to Dawn had one of the best first seasons of the
Best trash anime
the year, but unfortunately, nothing about it is trash, so no award for me.
Yeah.
Mechanical Arms felt like an anime for kids, but with really good animation. I didn't like it, but if I didn't put it somewhere in this video, then I wasted hours of my life watching it. And the winner of the best trash anime of the season goes to...
What?
Let This Grieving Soul Retire.
I'm down. Okay. I didn't think it was trashy, but okay. I mean, that's this anime though. I enjoyed it a lot.
There is nothing I love more than frauds who gain status by tricking everyone into thinking they're...
Yes. Honestly, yes. Like, straight up. The main character and his cast of girls are absolutely trash people. This is an objective fact. Don't get fucking triggered because you don't know how to objectively see what the author is trying to do. Cry is a fraud. All he does is be incompetent, and, you know, his laziness, other people must suffer for that. Liz and the smart sisters, bro, Stri and Liz, they are terrible demons, but that's where the comedy comes from.
They're great. King.
My theory of the Umugai being a smart sibling too is the fact that the Umugai is supposed to be like a saint. Because the sisters are so fucking evil, the balance of the scales, the homeostasis, the equilibrium, Umugai exists. Ansem is supposed to be like an angel, but maybe Ansem is also evil as fuck and we just don't know it because all he does say is Umu.
King, Reagan, my uncle Kim Jong-un.
What?
And they made an entire anime around this premise. Haruka started a guild with his friends when they were children, and while they went on to become the most powerful in the world, he remained as the weakest, but he has one thing going for him: luck. Everything just works out for him to the point people think that he is so wise that he can see into the future.
And the best part about this shit is how every usually traditionally you have people who are like NPCs or antagonists that's supposed to just, you know, be bad and just be trash. But the NPCs and the antagonists actually challenge, you know, Krai and be like, this guy's a fraud. Whoa, is anyone actually believing this? So it's so funny to see from the perspective of the typical bad guys calling out the fucking truth, and we're like, yo, they're right. Arnold's right, man. Arnold got done dirty.
I mean, he is constantly being glazed, like he has Hashirama cells in him, then randomly... Whoa, who's
oh my
animating
goodness!
Without their hands? However, Haruka was right, even when it comes to this award show. Thank you for coming out to the annual Trash Anime Award Show.
Thank you, LunarEquinox.
Not one to beg, but I am close to 100,000 subscribers, and I do want to hit it by the end of the year. But my
95.4K, man.
final message to you is...
Wait, you really think you're gonna get 5K subs in a day? I mean, fuck it. Why not? Oh, Lord, I'm back.
Again, okay, I get it. Lower the bar a lot.
but
Okay.
I see what you do for others. It's
Just a
like
crumb.
watching a king collapse under the weight of his own crown.
Okay, that analogy is not different. No, you said the same shit with the tree. It's like a tree collapsing under the abundance of its own fruits.
I ask only for... forget this. I'll take Whoopi Goldberg at this point.
What?
Wait, God? Hello, my child.
He's back.
Oh, yeah, no, that's definitely most critical. I see it now. Hello, Outro Lunar with marker on his face. I'm joined today by the Grinch who stole Christmas. Anything you'd like to say? I hate everyone.
Okay.
Thank you, Grinch who stole Christmas. Click here to check out my most recent video. Click here to check out my recommended video. And
Okay.
click here to check out my second channel.
Thank you, LunarEquinox, for the great video. This is a very fun video series that I really look forward to at the end of each season. And he's right. He's almost at 100k subs. Guys, go juice him up. Here's a link to the video. Go to his channel. Like the video. Sub to him if you haven't. He makes great content. God damn, the whole repeated bits of, Lord, I come back again. I have just a crumb. I see what you did for others. Just a crumb. Just a fucking crumb. Anyways, I'll see you next time.